Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name's Beckwith, and today I'm at my brother's baseball game, and it made me think of a quote from Babe Ruth that says, "Don't let the fear of striking out stop you from swinging. Just take your shot and swing away." So that made me think of what I'm trying to do here, which is get my medical device FDA approved, my EEG software. I've been looking into how to do that, and it sounds like a very difficult and intimidating thing, getting something FDA approved. Like, what makes me think I can even do that? Well, for one, I have Google, and two, I talked to an FDA consultant for the first time, and I got a little bit of feedback on how I can get my medical device FDA approved. So when I first talked to this FDA consultant, I got 30 minutes just to meet with them and see what they think. Just give them a general background on what I'm trying to do. So what I'm trying to do is fill a form for the FDA called a 510K form. Now, in that form, you're pretty much trying to prove substantial equivalence to another device. If you can prove that your device is good enough compared to something that's already similarly FDA approved, it can get clearance from the FDA and you'll be able to market your device and sell it. So it has to go through rigorous inspection by the FDA before it is able to be a cleared medical device for sale for use in hospitals, which is a good thing. You don't want to just have anything getting FDA clearance and getting used in hospitals. It has to be a rigorous process. So with my software, my artifact reduction software, the two main things that they're going to be concerned about is how much of the actual brain signal are you attenuating, how much of the actual brain signal are you getting rid of by accident with your filter, and the other thing they look at is called the signal to noise ratio. Now, the signal is going to be considered the brain waves. That's the stuff you want. The noise, on the other hand, is going to be considered the artifact, the muscle movement, the eye blinks, or the electrode pops that my software is going to be filtering out automatically with my algorithm. Now, so I have to have maybe a little bit over 100 examples of EEGs. Half of them are going to be from the EMU, Epilepsy Monitoring Unit, patients who have seizure disorders, and the other half is going to be ICU patients. So my software has to be tested on all different types of EEGs and make sure that it works. And who knows, my thing might actually end up being the best in the world. I don't know. We'll see. We'll test the signal to noise ratio on my software and we'll see how good it actually is. Because just from visual inspection, to me it looks like it's the best in the world. So, but there's a way to actually calculate that number of how good my artifact removable software is, and that's called the signal to noise ratio. There's exact numbers. Now, I have to set up a whole experiment. I'm gonna have to pay 3 independent neurologists to confirm each of these 10-second EEGs. Oh yeah, this is eye blink artifact. Oh yeah, this is muscle artifact, etc., etc. So I'm gonna have to pay 3 independent neurologists to help me with my experiment here to see if my software is able to get FDA clearance. Now, so if you know any neurologists in the future, I'm thinking around like maybe June, July, August time, somewhere around there, because I can't even submit my software for FDA clearance until October 1st. That's going to be the first day that I can submit my software for FDA clearance. In August, I have to apply for small business status, which is any company that makes under $100 million in revenue gets small business status. Yay. So you get to pay the FDA less. But me, who makes $0 right now from this company compared to a $99 million company, we both have to pay the FDA the same exact funds. So, Jared, how are you going to get this money for the FDA approval of your software? Well, I work as an EEG technologist right now. I've been saving all my money. I haven't moved out and bought a fancy apartment. I haven't bought a super fancy car. So I'm gonna just keep on saving money and just pay for it myself. Because, oh yeah, one thing I was talking to my FDA consultant was, they were like, so how did you develop this piece of technology? Did you have a grant? Did you get free money from someone? I was like, no grant. They're like, okay, so you must have gotten venture capital then to fund the engineering of this project. I was like, no, No, I just funded it myself with my own money, and we ended up making it happen, which I think is pretty impressive. So it only cost me a couple $1,000s in total throughout developing this technology through different tutors, PhD students. Those are the two main costs in developing the software, and it only costs a couple $1,000s because the main resource in developing new technologies like this isn't money. It's more of the talent, because no matter how much money you throw at this problem, it doesn't just magically solve it. You know, you need to have the brains, the engineering talent to do this in the first place. Now, that's why I have the best co-founders of all time, my brother and my dad, who have the engineering know-how and knowledge that can create these artificial intelligence algorithms to reduce artifacts on the EEG and make it clear for the doctors to read and clearly define the seizure onset zone of any seizure. And us as EEG technologists, it'll be easier for us during long-term monitoring to mark the seizure start and end for the doctor, so when the doctor actually looks at it, it's very clear and everything's good. So for the FDA, I have to know what class of medical device my device is. So there's class 1, 2, and 3. Class 1 devices are pretty much no risk at all. Class 2 devices are maybe a little bit of risk to the patient, but it can't cause like deadly harm or anything. And class 3 devices are stuff like probably like surgical technology and stuff, like robots or something like that, like stuff where you can actually cause some serious harm to the patient. So my class of device is class 2 because the worst thing that can happen is my filter filters out too much brain activity, or my filter, I think that's the main concern. So I think with my artifact reduction filter, I'm gonna keep it very conservative so it doesn't filter out much brain activity at all, the least amount possible. Because compared to the high frequency filter, the high frequency filter filters out a lot of brain activity and actually tricks doctors into making incorrect diagnoses or incorrect markings on the EEG, the doctors themselves. So my artifact reduction software will help lower the signal to noise ratio, just the same amount of brain activity, and we're going to get rid of the noise, which is the artifact. So that's just my quick little update on me and my meeting with my FDA approval consultant. We're well on our way to getting our software FDA approved. It's just going to take a little bit of time because with all great things, it takes time, I definitely think. So it's going to be growing like a tree. Just give it some time. We're planting the seed right now, and then the tree will grow and bear fruit multiple years from now. And we will have this documented here, and it would be awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to watching my little brother's baseball game. I'm just gonna end this with the quote from Babe Ruth: "Don't let the fear of striking out stop you from swinging the bat." Let's swing the bat and let's make it happen. Let's call our shot and let's hit a home run.